Boom. Boom. Whole library catches on fire in milliseconds. Kind of look like Shalissa. Today, I'm going to do a book review. I don't really know what direction I want to go in with my channel, but every time I have an idea, I'm just gonna post it, and if I like it, I'm gonna keep doing it. And if I don't really like it, after I post it, then you get the gist. You understand where I'm going with this. We Were Liars. We're gonna get into it. Like my opinion, 19-year-old opinions, literary genius, literary megamind, literature. I'm very comfortable in my robe, but I kind of, do I look studious? Glasses check. I kind of want to feel like I'm an English teacher, so wait 1 second. Jimmy, turn the page. Let's go ahead and turn the page. Go ahead and tell me why this author, Elock, made the table white. It's deeper than a white table, and I want you to tell me why. The first thing I wanted to do was read like what people, on the front page, it's a New York Times bestseller. I don't really know what that means because I feel like every book is a New York Times bestseller, so we're not going to get into that. Back of the book. You don't really expect what's coming, so I agree with the twisty adjective. Adjective, nouns. Adjectives, nouns, adverbs. It's twisty, it's mysterious, and it's got a surprise ending that'll knock your socks off. My socks weren't completely knocked off, but they were hanging by my pinky toe. Okay, so the main character is Cadence Sinclair Eastman. In the beginning of the book, she's 18, but as she tells the story, she kind of starts from when she's like young and then into her teen years. And she doesn't go deep into her like youth. It's just to kind of explain every summer when they go to that private island that I was showing you the picture of, every summer her family goes there. It's like her and her mom, and then her aunties, and then her cousins. Each summer is like titled the age that she is. So if she was 15, she would reference that summer as summer 15. I kind of liked how I could relate to her because she was 18, and that was about it. Because she said her family was rich, had a nice grand house, lives in Vermont. That's not me. So she's the main character, and then like the main / side characters are her cousins. Mirren, that's how I pronounce it, and Jonathan. And then Gat is her lover boy. But Gat is not her cousin. Gat is Jonathan's bestie, basically. Okay? Part 1 is where it's like kind of where the drama starts, the insight into their lives, like how much money they have, and kind of I don't want to say it's the downfall of the family, but it's basically that the money that the grandfather has, it's a private island. They are loaded, they're rich, they have money. They aren't really worrying about expenses. But what they are worried about is the inheritance. So that kind of is the beginning of the end. Part 1 is where Cadence gets into an accident, but she has no recollection of the accident, what happened, how she got there. For me, I was just genuinely confused. Like I did not, and I think now that I'm talking about it, I think that was the point for the audience to be genuinely confused because she was in a state of confusion. And anywho, that was summer 15, part 1. Accident happened. She was trying to send emails to her cousins. They weren't responding. That was, when I was reading that was rude. They left her on the beach for dead. Then they wouldn't respond to her emails on her trying to check up on them when she was the hurt one. I was like, throw the whole family away. Her mom didn't let her go back to the island because she thought it would be too traumatic. And her mom kind of kept the accident on the hush-hush. The whole family did, really. But the mom kept that whole accident on, basically kept it from her because the doctor was like, let her remember it naturally because it was such a traumatic incident. Simple. Part 2 is called Vermont. That's when she kind of like starts detaching from materialistic things and started giving a lot of her belongings away. At first I liked her intent, but then I was like, this is some kind of like coping mechanism or trying to like detach from reality. I don't know. Writing to her cousins, no one's answering. That was so jacked up. So instead of going to the private island with her cousins and her family, she went to Europe with her dad. And mind you, her parents are not together any longer. She talks about that in the first chapter, or part 1. Part 2 is when her mom didn't really let her go back to the private island. So accident happened, 15 years old. 16, no private island. 17, her mom let her go, but it wasn't for the whole summer. Part 3 is titled Summer 17. She sees her family, basically all her aunties and all her cousins. At this point, her mom has told everyone, like, do not say a peep about the accident. She needs to remember on her own. And I'm like, and she calls her mom Mummy. Mummy, Mummy. Like, no, they're from the US. I was like, wait, are they from the UK? No. So everyone's in on it, which I think is a sick, sick, sick game. But all of her family is like, we're not telling you anything you need to remember. Your mom said that you need to remember by herself. So she's piecing little things together here and there. She starts writing things down as the memories come back. So I thought that was smart of her, because I was like, mom is playing so many games with her. Like, that's so jacked up. So jacked up. And did I mention that it was jacked up? Oh, and let me tell you, Miss Girl was so hyped to see her man's gat, but he was not pumped to really see her. Like, he did not greet her when she came in from the dock, because it's a private island. They come in from a boat, and they always greet each other from the dock, and he was not there. And I was like, ooh, that's drama, and I'm here for the drama. I was like, what did Gat say? Gat was like, am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama. Also, Gat is a man of color. I just made him, like, in my brain, I made him, like, so fine. So all the teens had a house to themselves, and that's where all the cousins were. So, like, they could do their own thing. But, like, it was just normal. Like, straight back to normal with normal activities. So nothing, when I read this, nothing was really out of the ordinary. Oh my God. I forgot to tell you that. So dad lives in New York, and he has a whole girlfriend back home at New York, but still messes around with, that is so trifling, still messes around with Cadence. Well, is it trifling? Okay, so towards the end of part 3, which is Summer 17, she basically pieces everything together. And that leads into part 4, which is called Look of Fire. So basically this chapter, or like this part of the book, starts off the 4 liars, which is Cadence, Gat, Jonathan, and Medan. They're all looking at the Claremont house. All the aunties and Cadence's mom were fighting over the inheritance. Everyone wanted the biggest house, which is called Claremont. So all the kids, I'm about to spoil, let me just tell you this. All the kids were like, they're fighting, ruining the family. Like, all they ever do is talk about the Claremont house. We'll take this into our own hands. They burnt the house down. Houston, I'm deceased. Burnt the house down. Who thinks, let's burn this house down so they don't have anything to fight about? Let's shut them up real quick and just burn this house down. They really thought that was the best idea. So that's what they did. Straight to the point. They were going to get spare jugs of gas that they would put in the motorboat, take the gasoline, pour it all around the house, and basically set it on fire. The adults were arguing about the inheritance, the Claremont house, which is the biggest house on the private island. Like, girl, wouldn't you just be satisfied getting a house on a private island? Okay, let me just tell you what I remember, because I'm tired of this. So basically, as soon as she remembers, this is how it went. Gat, her lover, was in the basement spreading gas everywhere. She was on, like, basically when you walk into the front door, back door, I don't know. She walked into the first level of the house. That was her floor. She poured gasoline all over there. And remember the study, or like the library. Remember that. That was her area. Cadence. Then I don't remember like which character was which, but let's say the upstairs where all the rooms were was Mita, her cousin, and then Jonathan or Johnny. He had like the attic, like the upper part of the house. So they each had their own level to pour gasoline and to set it on fire and to get out of the house. Cadence comes in, pours gasoline, and she has a lot left. So she goes crazy in the library, pouring gasoline everywhere, Girl, how fast do books, paper, how fast does that catch on fire? I'm looking, okay. How fast does that catch on fire? Tell me. Like that, babes. And she covered the whole library in gasoline, books, paper, all of that. Oh my God! So then after that, Miss Thang is like, okay, I'm done. Lights the match, throws a fire in the library. Boom. Boom! Whole library catches on fire in milliseconds. You really didn't think that was gonna happen? You really didn't think that through? Because originally the plan was very simple, like she said. She finally gets out of the house. She made it. She's looking around. Her family is still in the house. So she's screaming, Gad, Johnny, Mirren. Babes, they're in the house. Frying. Burning! Why did you think that through? Why did she think that through? Please, someone let me know. Why did she think that through? 17 years old. She's not a baby. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. But really? You weren't thinking of you. Okay. Like, what do you think happened? 1, 2, 3. Tell me. Exactly. They died. They died. I don't want to blame Cadence. I don't want to say she killed her cousins and her lover, but when you really think about it, that's actually what happened. Like, as a reader, I was connecting the dots. The day of her accident, when she was 15, she ends up on the beach, and then she's like, what the heck, where's Gat? Like, that's really jacked up of him for not, like, checking up on me when I had an accident. And also my cousins, who are my best friends, my besties, my ride or dies, why wouldn't they check up on me? So when you're reading that, you're like, wow, they're jacked up for that. Like, they're supposed to be her closest friends. Then you fast forward to the fact that they are dead. That's why Gad didn't check up on her. That's why they did not respond to her emails. And that's why they did not thank her for the gifts that she was giving away when she was basically emptying her room and giving away all her belongings. That is why. It was twisting and well told. It was shocking. It was ambitious. It was terrific. It was blistering. It was beautiful. It was thrilling. I'd give this book a 9 out of 10. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's called Labor of Love. Kind of really focuses on the concept of dating in America and how it's basically the same. Fundamentally the same. Women are treated the same. Not to say that we haven't made progress, but this is the book I really want to finish by next week. So thank you so much for watching. If I didn't bore you too much, you can comment your thoughts on the book, comment your thoughts on this video, and then subscribe. If you're really feeling it, subscribe. Bye guys. I really hope you liked the video, and I'll see you soon. See you guys soon.